All right. So we should have read about scientific method. One of the things when we use the scientific method, sometimes we can make what's called a controlled experiment. And a controlled experiment is something we can set up and we can decide what variable is what. And so here, your reading talked about 3 types of variables. See page 8 in your reading if you're having trouble with that. But the 3 types, put the type and then the definition. Then go to the link here and choose intro. So if you click on this here, I can show you this. Then it'll come up hopefully in your Chromebook. And then push play. There's the play triangle. And then you'll get a box here. I get a choice. Intro. So I'm going to select intro here. This is the simulation we're going to use. Now, this isn't an actual cannon, but it's a simulation of a cannon. And I like this because we can measure things and without doing the actual experiment. We get really good data with these simulations, so that's what's really nice about them. In the real world, it's not always so nice, but okay, before you conduct an experiment, you want to make a prediction. You think, I think that if the angle of the cannon increases, then the distance will increase or decrease. You're going to be able to change the angle of the cannon. Okay, up here, you see the angle is 45 degrees. Here it's 0. You can increase it all the way up to 90. So as you increase the angle, what do you think is going to happen to the distance the projectile goes? Make your prediction first and write that in here in this box. All right, next, 5 different angles to shoot the cannon. So you'll have to just choose in between 0 and 90, just choose 5 and then record them here. You could do 0, you could do 15, doesn't matter to me, whichever ones you select. If you want to do more than that, that's okay. And then at the end, you want to say, did your data support your hypothesis, and explain. So whenever we make a conclusion, your reading talked about this, you always answer your hypothesis. So maybe you made a prediction, maybe you thought as the angle increases, the distance will increase. And then, so if your data supports that, you just state that in the conclusion. If it didn't, then that hypothesis was incorrect and you want to say that in your conclusion. Manipulated. So which one did you change on purpose? Responding, which variable did you measure and gave you the results? We call it the responding variable because it came out of it responded to your manipulated variable. And then control variables. There are more than 3, but hopefully you can come up with at least 3 things that stayed the same during the experiment. All right, then the last thing I'd like you to do is design your own experiment. And list 3 variables. So then you want to say the manipulated, responding, and controlled variables. And then you're also going to want to collect your data on a data table, write a hypothesis, and then write a conclusion. All right.